Hey, it's TMC Friendsgiving week, and we're here with Molly from Sunday Bakes. We're gonna bake a pie, believe it or not.
We are.
There's something about pies at the holidays, like a Thanksgiving meal is just incomplete.
It truly is. And that's the thing, even if you stuff yourself, you always have room for the pie, the
Always.
pumpkin pie, the apple pie, whatever it is.
And why is it always pumpkin?
I don't, that's something to look up.
I think so.
We'll get to the bottom of that. Have
Right.
you ever made a pumpkin pie?
I've never made a pumpkin
Okay,
pie.
well,
No.
I'm gonna teach you how,
Oh.
and it's actually easier than you think. So
Okay.
This is pumpkin puree. I think one of the most common misconceptions is that you use pumpkin pie filling. You don't. This is just straight up pumpkin.
So what's the difference?
Pumpkin pie filling already has like the sugars in it and whatnot. I'm gonna toss that. See? This is just brown sugar, a little bit of that, and then the good stuff, sweet and condensed milk.
Yes.
Pouring that all in.
If you're lactose intolerant, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
take a pill. It's
Take
worth
a
it.
pill, it's worth it. And here's the thing, don't be afraid of making your own pie for the holidays. Because my thing is, trial and error, you'll learn if there's a mistake. And I think there's something just warm and family about kind of doing it yourself. It doesn't have to look perfect, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Is it ready to stir yet?
Almost.
Okay.
I'm gonna just add everything out. Cinnamon, cloves, and ginger. Just pop that in. And then this is just some vanilla extract, and we've got 2 eggs. One, my little garbage to the left, to the right, whatever left and right is. There are some amazing companies and places and grocery stores and delis that have like staple, and if it's a family tradition, that's one thing. If you have always desired to get in the kitchen and try it, do it. Like how easy is that? You're just
You
dumping
dumped
things
everything in,
right.
and you're stirring it.
Right. So here is our filling. That's it. And then you need a pie plate, and I did make homemade crust. I'll make sure to give you the recipe, but it's kind of boring to watch someone make homemade crust. I'm not gonna lie. So we're just gonna start the rolling process. Oops.
While you're doing that, when you make a pie,
Yes.
it does take more time than just going and buying a pie, and it reminds me of what the holidays are about.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Because you got to slow down.
Yep. You do.
You know?
You do.
Do you ever think about why we like that? Why the holidays and you slow down, and why do you like holidays?
Because of that, because peace. Like, I am a person who in everyday life wants peace, longs for peace in my life, and I feel like with the holidays it's just there more often. And family time, I can be going 90 miles an hour, but then when it's that holiday season, Thanksgiving, and you're around the Thanksgiving table with your whole family, there's just nothing better and nothing, you stop.
There's like a moment of rest.
Yeah.
It can be crazy. And for this reason, I think Thanksgiving, Molly, is my favorite holiday.
Really?
Because for some reason, once all the craziness of the cooking is done, there's that moment after you eat,
Right.
probably right before the pumpkin pie,
Yeah.
where you just chill.
Yes.
And everything's chill, and it
Yeah.
reminds me of rest. It's like holidays point to the purpose of our lives.
Yeah.
It's like God makes the world.
That's
He
it.
works, puts all the ingredients in, and then he takes a Sabbath and he
That's
rests.
so good.
And holidays kind of point to that. It's like, this is the purpose. The purpose isn't to be busy.
Right.
The purpose is to slow down and savor things.
Yes. Savor. Yes, it is the reason for the season. Savor the food you're making
Yeah.
and savor the quality family
We don't do
time.
enough of it.
I will be the first to admit I have not had formal training in pastry. But you know what? You fold it in half,
Uh-huh.
plop it in your pie plate just like that.
Okay.
Kind of settle it in there. Another fun hack is if you do find that you have extra pie dough, my mom used to take it, roll it into like long breadstick looking things, cover it in cinnamon sugar, and then bake it. So it's like cinnamon sugar sticks. So because a lot of
great.
times you have extra pie dough and people don't throw it out. And in this case, don't throw it out because we're gonna make some fun little fall leaves to decorate. So
What is your husband Mike's favorite pie? And what's your favorite pie?
man, I think he would say apple pie for Thanksgiving. Mine's for sure pumpkin pie.
Yeah. Mike and I would have that in common.
Really?
Yeah, and apple pie's kind of fallen out of favor, but I love a good apple pie.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
You know, but for Thanksgiving, I gotta have it.
Gotta have pumpkin.
Yeah. So this is gonna go pop in the oven so it's at 425.
Okay.
The first 15 minutes, we're gonna blast it with the heat and then crank it down to 350 and bake for 40 more minutes. So
Perfect.
see you in a little bit, you little pumpkin pie. And this is the tricky part too, getting it in without spilling it or burning yourself. Okay.
Done.
So, extra dough, here we go. So I have these little, and this is something fun to do with kids, or people who are afraid to bake but want to be a part of it, you know. Just roll out your dough. Doesn't have to be pretty.
What are these, acorns?
Yep. Leaves, acorns,
Nice.
and I'm just gonna.
Can I do one?
Yep, push it down and then punch the little print.
Down and then
Punch the print, pull it out, and there you go. So we're gonna then bake these little guys.
Sweet.
And then that's just a fun decoration you can add to the top of your pie.
Nice.
And they're just kind of makes it look a little bit elevated.
Wow.
Yep,
Just like that. We
Yeah.
got a pumpkin pie.
we do.
Wonderful.
I did whip up some homemade whipped cream,
I
which
noticed.
is easy to do. Don't be afraid. You just heavy whipping cream, a little bit of confectioner sugar and vanilla. And then here is our leaves
and our acorn. I
and
love
our
it.
little acorn.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have fun with this. Just dollop some whipped cream on your pie.
This is like being a pie barista.
Right, exactly. We'll just put some of our little leaves scattered about. Yeah, grab some. And then I'm gonna finish it with a little tiny dusting of cinnamon. This is not a little tiny jar, but
Wow. Nice.
There you
go. Nice.
and there you go. You've got a homemade pumpkin pie
That is
that
beautiful.
was made with love, you know, and that's the thing. I think I love when people take chances. I get messages all the time. I've never baked. I'm afraid. Don't be afraid. I'm just faking it till I make it.
Well,
you know.
you did
So
all the work. I feel a little guilty because I stood here and watched you
You
most
were
of the time.
a wonderful moral support.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I think it's hard for us to rest.
Yeah.
And so we'll take a bite of this pie.
Yeah.
And we will just savor it.
Yes.
And we'll remember that this is the purpose. This is why we're here.
Yep.
Like we're headed for a day of ultimate rest.
Yes.
Revelation 21:5 says, Jesus said, I'm making all things new. And then
Yeah.
right after that in verse 6, it says, it's done.
Yes.
It's done. This is what he means when
Yeah.
he says it's done.
It's done.
It's not done so we sit and do nothing.
Right.
We have worked.
Right.
He has worked and done for us what we couldn't do. And now we get to enter into rest, which is more like savoring a pie
Yes.
than sitting around doing nothing.
Yep.
So
I love that.
let's dig
analogy.
in.
Let's do it. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Well done. Thank you.